The story of Seth Rich is getting fresh attention as a new book seeks to set the record straight. Seth Rich was killed in Washington, D.C. in a neighborhood near his home back in July of 2016. At the time, he worked in the voter expansion department of the Democratic National Committee. Seth grew up in Omaha, attending Central High School before graduating from Creighton with a political science degree and big dreams.
Making sure everybody who wants to vote has the opportunity. The sad part are all the unfulfilled promises or possibilities that he could have had. That's what we'll miss.
And police believe the murder was a botched robbery, and that didn't stop online conspiracies from dominating the narrative of Seth's life, painting him as a whistleblower that leaked and hacked DNC emails to WikiLeaks. That's in large part due to Julian Assange, the WikiLeaks founder, suggesting Seth was a source of the leak, a claim without evidence. The Mueller report concluded the evidence showed Russian hackers turned over the DNC emails.
Now, more than 6 years after the murder, the book, A Death on W Street, tackles the heart-wrenching story of a grieving family left without answers and caught in a whirlwind of conspiracy theories and political scheming. We met the author, ProPublica reporter Andy Kroll, as he visited Omaha yesterday to talk about his years-long journey to find the truth and Seth's family's tireless battle to reclaim his memory.
I think Joel and Mary haven't had their story fully told.
When Joel and Mary Rich lost their son, they didn't get the chance to process their grief. By the time Seth's body touched down in Omaha to be buried, wild conspiracies had taken hold on the internet.
The explosion of these online conspiracy theories that traveled from the deepest, darkest corners of the internet to Fox News, into the White House, and to the CIA. This incredible, unbelievable story.
Theories ranged from a disgruntled DNC staffer angry at the treatment of Bernie Sanders in the 2016 election to secret patriot that could absolve Trump of Russian collusion accusations. No evidence supports these claims. For Kroll, understanding Seth's formative years growing up in Omaha was critical to dispelling the rumors and lies.
Omaha was a formative place for Seth. It's where he discovered his love of politics. It's where he worked on his first political campaign. It's where he really steeped himself in how political campaigns, elections, the voting process works. But the biographical details of his life, in the hands of people who wanted to believe something nefarious or fantastical about him, became data points in a totally different story.
Kroll saw another role for Omaha in the book, a backdrop for a family taking on a massive media conglomerate in New York and the oiled, tireless political machine of Washington.
Omaha was a place where I felt like I could tell the story of what it was like to be a sort of normal, unassuming, honest, humble Midwest family trying to navigate this world that we live in. I wanted people to feel like they knew Joel and Mary Rich. The Rich family is the heart and soul of the book.
While the Rich family secured a settlement from Fox News, they never got an apology for how the network handled the story. Seth's killer has yet to be found, and the idea of closure remains complex.
Talking about Seth, finding ways to remember him, finding ways to tell other people who never met him who he was, what he stood for, the values he cared about. I think those are each a small step toward getting a bit closer to something like closure for the Riches.
Seth's parents sat with Andy as he talked about the book during an event at the Bookworm, adding their thoughts as he spoke. And at one point, Joel told Andy the truth won.